Shiny Pokemon were a feature introduced in Generation 2, which meant that some Pokemon somehow became a different colour. We're not quite sure why this happened, but the point is, we want them. And why do we want them? Because they're rare. In Generation 2, the chance of finding a shiny Pokemon was just 1 in 8,192, and that is a lot of encounters. They're good for trading and showing off, you know, like the hats in Team Fortress 2. So they're rare and they're exciting, but why does the title say the death of shiny Pokemon? Well, this video is here to sort of explain how I feel that the value of these Pokemon has been declining over the past few generations, and why finding one of these Pokemon may not be quite as exciting as it used to be. Our journey starts in Generation 4 with the art of Pokey Radar chaining. So basically, by using the Pokey Radar to find Pokemon in tall grass, and then creating a chain by defeating or capturing the same Pokemon in a row, you can increase the chance of finding a shiny up to 1 in 200 with a chain of 40. Now, it takes a lot of patience and a lot of practice to get good at this skill, but those who are good at this method have managed to amass huge numbers of shiny Pokemon in this generation by using this method. Also making its debut in Gen 4, the Masuda Method was introduced to make shiny Pokemon from eggs easier to get. Named after the director of Game Freak, Junichi Masuda, this method involves simply breeding Pokemon from 2 different countries to get shinies 5 times as often, or 1 in 1,638. Combine this with abilities such as Flame Body or Magma Armor that make eggs hatch twice as fast, and you have yourself a shiny farm right there. Not only this, but the Masuda method was made even more powerful in Generation 5, giving a times 6 boost, or 1 in every 1,365 Pokemon you hatch. It's still a big number, but it's a long shot from the original 1 in 1,892 they were originally. The trend in the decreasing value of shiny Pokemon continues in Generation 5 in the form of an item that's given to you by Professor Juniper after completing the National Pokédex. Now, the shiny charm increases the chance of finding a shiny Pokemon by 3 times, just by owning it. There's no sort of special actions you need to do, you just have this item, it's a key item, so when you're walking around in the grass or whatever, then you have a 3 times chance of finding a shiny Pokemon. And this also combines with the already mentioned Masuda method. So yeah, if you're hatching eggs, then you have an 8 times boost to shiny encounters. That's a 1 in every just over 1,000 Pokemon you hatch. So sure, the shiny charm isn't easy to get, but it all plays into the general depreciating value of shiny Pokemon across generations. However, that's nowhere near the end of the story, because this trend takes a massive step forward in the more recent Generation 6 with the new mechanic of fishing chaining. By fishing in the same spot without moving and always hooking a Pokemon, you can significantly increase your chances of pulling up a shiny, and I mean significantly. There's video footage of somebody catching a shiny Love Disc after just 20 hooks. In fact, I'd claim this effect is so profound that, well, the value of shiny Pokemon you can catch through fishing is almost nothing at all now, since the use of Pokemon like Octillery with suction cups makes keeping your chain super easy, much easier than even the Pokey Radar chaining of Gen 4. So, as you can see, this trend of easier to find shinies has been running for 3 generations now, and it shows no sign of stopping. What if it continues like this? What if we have a generation that combines the fishing chaining method with the Pokey Radar method? Or maybe it makes both of them even easier? Maybe it's not such a bad thing, because, you know, shinies are awesome, but it's just taking away from their impressiveness one step at a time. But I want to know what you guys think. I want to thank you first of all for watching the video, but be sure to post in the comments, what do you think? Is the shiny Pokemon becoming less impressive, or do you think it's better, they're more accessible than they were previously? Also, let me know any other topics that you want me to cover, whether they're Pokemon related or just general video games. So thanks a lot for watching, and subscribe if you want to see more of similar content in the future.